As the years go by, it's fascinating to look back and reflect on the cultural touchstones that define our youth. From classic toys and games to iconic TV shows and music, certain memories have a way of sticking with us, serving as a nostalgic link to simpler times. In this video, we'll take a trip down memory lane and look at some of these treasured memories that bring back fond memories. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's get started. Number 10. Nightly TV sign-offs. In the past, television stations would stop broadcasting at night. Before they went off the air, they often showed test patterns. Sometimes, just before the test patterns appeared, they would play the national anthem. This was a way of ending the day's programming on a patriotic note, reminding viewers of the importance of national unity and pride. Viewers would have to wait until the following morning for the station to start its usual programming. Many people who grew up when television was just starting to remember this fondly. Families would gather around the TV in the evenings to watch their favorite shows together. It was a simpler time when there were fewer channels and less programming. Number 9. Family station wagons. During the 1960s, 1970s, and 1980s, large family station wagons were very popular. Many families have one parked in the driveway. Riding in the back of these wagons felt like having the coolest seat in the car. The back seats faced backward, allowing you to make goofy expressions and wave at other cars on the road. These wagons had plenty of space for the entire family and their belongings. Despite their popularity, station wagons eventually gave way to minivans and SUVs. But for those who grew up in the era of big family wagons, the memories of riding in the back seat will always hold a special place in their hearts. Number 8. Government food program. There was once a time when the government gave out food through local health departments. They distributed large blocks of American cheese, butter, and boxes of powdered milk. Remembering these foods can make you feel taken back in time. If your grandma worked for the health department, you might recall having a lot of these foods in your house as a kid. This practice aimed to help families in need by providing essential food items. It was a way for the government to support those facing food insecurity or financial difficulties. While the program has evolved, the memories of receiving these government-issued foods remain a part of many people's childhoods. Number 7. Clothesline drying memories. Back in the day, doing laundry was easy to spot. Wet clothes and sheets would dry on the clothesline in the backyard. This way of drying made them smell super fresh and clean, and they didn't shrink after drying like they sometimes do in the dryer. It was a simple, efficient way to get laundry done. Plus, hanging clothes outside meant you didn't need to use electricity like with a dryer, which was better for the environment and saved money on energy bills. People took pride in their neatly hung laundry, and it was a common sight in neighborhoods. While many still use clotheslines today for various reasons, the practice isn't as widespread as it once was due to the convenience of dryers. Number 6. Movie nights. Watching movies once meant tuning your TV to channel 3, hitting the power button on the VCR, and then loading in a VHS tape. This was usually followed by heating some Jiffy Pop popcorn on the stove. Back then, going to the movies meant a trip to the local cinema, where you buy a ticket and maybe some popcorn. Drive-in theaters were also popular, where families would pile into their cars and watch a movie under the stars. The experience differed from today's streaming services and multiplex cinemas. Nowadays, with the rise of streaming services and on-demand content, the process of watching movies has become much more convenient. However, the memories of those old-school movie nights with family or friends can still evoke a sense of warmth and nostalgia for many people. Number 5. Traditional car keys. Before key fobs and phone apps, old cars had two distinct keys. The round key was used to lock and unlock the doors, but the square key started the car. These keys were frequently placed on the same key ring as your house key and other significant keys. It was simpler before, with fewer gadgets and gizmos to deal with. You didn't need to charge your keys or update their software. You just needed to ensure you didn't lose them. Many still recall the sound of keys jingling in their pockets or purses as they went about their day. Number 4. Cassic cold remedies. Back in the day when you caught a cold, there were simple remedies that made you feel better. One was Vicks Vapor Rub, a soothing ointment you rubbed on your chest. Another was Campbell's chicken noodle soup, which warmed you up and filled your belly. And let's not forget about Canada Dry Ginger Ale. This fizzy drink was believed to help ease congestion, soothe a sore throat, and provide comfort during illness. Drinking this mix of soup and ginger ale, along with using Vapor Rub, was like a magic potion. It made you feel comforted and cared for, especially when your mom was there to take care of you. These remedies might seem old-fashioned now, but they were tried and true for many people. Number 3. Phone directory. In the past, people used the phone book to find phone numbers. It was generally near the kitchen phone. The yellow pages had business numbers, whereas the white pages contained home numbers. In those days, people didn't have cell phones to quickly look for numbers. Instead, the phone book was a vital tool for communication and connecting with others. It was a common sight in households and businesses, serving as a directory for contact information. This was the era when people memorized important numbers or wrote them down beside the phone. Things were simpler back then, with fewer distractions. You'd scroll through the pages seeking the right number, and sometimes you might come across some interesting adverts or coupons. Number 2. Checkbook payments. Before debit cards and self-service checkouts, people used to pay for groceries by writing a check. Most checkout lines were open at this time, so waiting for someone to write a check was not a problem. You would write the amount on the check, sign it, and have the cashier process it. It was a slower process than swiping a card, but it was standard practice. Back then, many people kept checkbooks with them wherever they went in case they needed to make a payment. While writing checks may seem out of date now, they were once a common part of everyday life. Times have changed, and technology has made things faster and more convenient. Yet some individuals vividly recall writing checks in the grocery store. Number 1. Classic kids stories. As a child, many people began their reading journey with little golden books. These classic cardboard books were widely available, featuring a variety of stories from bedtime tales to adventures with popular cartoon characters on Saturday mornings. Little golden books catered to a wide audience, making them accessible and appealing to children of different interests and ages. They played a significant role in introducing young readers to the joy of reading and storytelling. These books often had colorful illustrations and simple, engaging narratives that captured the imagination of children and encouraged a love for reading. Beyond their educational value, little golden books also held a special place in the hearts of children. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more exciting content. Thanks for watching.